Hello again, everybody. This is Keenan and Joey, and we make jiu-jitsu videos and put them on the internet. How are you doing today, Joey?
Oh, I'm just doing great, Keenan. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. So today we've got a really intense match. I don't actually know these guys' names. It looks like Christina and Nakamura. So basically, we've got a submission clinic here, but the guy can't actually finish it. So this guy on the left, you see him here. He's defending a toe hold right now. And he's also going for a toe hold, but incorrectly. If you see, he's got it way off. He's not grabbing the toes. He's sort of just grasping desperately. But look at that ankle, man, completely bent.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On the original commentary for this video, the commentators are saying how it's going to snap. His foot's going to snap. It looks like it's about to snap. But really, there is no snapping that goes on in a submission. Were you aware of that?
Yes.
You are, because I just informed you earlier. Anyways, it's only the ligaments that'll tear. Like in your elbow, if you hyperextend your elbow or you hyperextend the ankle, only ligaments are tear. That's why this guy is able to defend these submissions. He's not actually using good defenses, you know?
So after the match, do you think his arms are just like torn up, and like, will he be able to roll after that?
Definitely. I'd say you need a while for recovery in this match. I mean,
so it's like torn ligaments.
Yeah, torn ligaments, torn muscles. It's the connective tissue that's the issue.
Then how does he?
Rhymed.
How does he keep going throughout the match then?
Well, I assume that it'd be adrenaline and just natural pain tolerance. I mean, it could be that he's just double jointed in every joint.
Yeah.
But still, this guy has these submissions super tight. And
well, when I tore my ligament in my knee, it wasn't a hard tear, but I heard it pop and everything. Mm-hmm. And right after it happened, I was still able to roll and everything, but it just hurt really bad the next day, and I couldn't walk on it.
Well, that wasn't a ligament. That was your tendon. That was probably one of your...
So that's different?
That's different. A ligament is what connects the muscle to the bone. Okay, so a tendon is a different thing. A tendon is what keeps your bones together, like your kneecap. The tendons in your knee actually keeps your kneecap on top, and that's probably what tore in your knee. So right here, this guy on top here, he doesn't really know any submissions. You can see him go for some weak attempts at them. But the guy on the bottom, Nakamura, is a super good submission guy. I mean, he's locking up all these submissions, but the problem is he's only going for joint locks. And if you end up against one of these guys who's super flexible in his joints, it's kind of hard to submit him. I mean, I'm sure most people who train regularly have come across the guy who's got the double jointed elbows, and it can be very difficult to submit them. And in those cases, what you need to do is go for chokes. And you'll see he goes for a triangle choke here, but he makes the mistake, not right here, but later on in the match, he goes for a triangle and makes the mistake of switching it to the arm bar. And he didn't have any success with that earlier on. So here's this guy on top. Nakamura really tired himself out going for all these submissions, but at least he did a good job of going for him. You know, he kept up a high pace.
And he's scoring a lot of points from it, but he's tiring himself out at the same time.
It's sort of like a win-lose situation. You know, he's doing good, but he's also tiring himself out, and then he gets beat up for a couple minutes before he recovers. He actually goes for some really good flying arm bars. There's 2 flying arm bars that are really good in this, which are really hard to pull off in no-gi grappling because of how slippery it is. So you can tell how tired he is. He's just sort of getting wailed on by this guy. I mean, they're all throwing really sloppy punches. There's no jabs going on. There's no head movement. So here he goes for another armbar. Now he landed right on the back of his head. And in a couple of tournaments where I've tried flying armbars, that's usually what happens is you land on your head. So here, look, he gets the triangle really tight, but he switches it to an armbar, see? And that relieves the choke from his neck. And the guy's arm is like completely hyperextend there. Oh, no, he just turned it over at that point. But because he went for the armbar, he wasn't able to finish the choke. If he had just focused on the triangle, he would have had a little more success, I think.
You can't, because he could bend his arms doesn't mean he could withstand a choke.
That's true. And
he needs to go for more triangles and more rear naked chokes.
Yeah, so if you're ever grappling someone and you're having trouble getting an armbar and they seem really flexible and maybe you're afraid to go fully on it, you don't want to hurt the guy, maybe he just doesn't like to tap. Usually, I mean, the armbars hurt. I mean, the guy's going to tap if he has any amount of intelligence.
It feels like it's going to snap.
Yeah, there is actually no snapping. Like the slogan tap or snap doesn't really make any sense. Like here he's got a super extended armbar and this guy's waving his finger in the air like, nope.
God, that's
super dumb. I mean, this guy's probably going to be out for like at least a month, I'd say, recovering from all these injuries. Yeah. And I've actually been in a tournament when I competed in Worlds for 2010 where I got a guy in 3 separate fully extended arm bars where I could hear the joint like popping a little bit. It was like popping, and the popping sound is actually the sound of the ligaments tearing. And I'll put a link to that video in the description. It's actually a pretty cool video. So here, Nakamura, the guy on bottom, has tired himself out again from going for these submissions, and this guy on top is taking advantage of it. They're both pretty tired, and then that's the end of the round. We'll see you next time.